Hi, I'm Abby Auch. I just finished my informative speech PowerPoint. Now I'm going to tell you some of the things that I went through while I was doing my presentation. My speech was over fad diets, and so I just kind of wanted to tell people exactly what a fad diet is, what kind of diets qualify as fad diets, and I told them about some of the good things that fad diets can do for us, but I mostly focused on the bad aspects of fad diets because I feel like that's a really big part and it's the most important part that I really want them to understand. I think that speaker ethos is your credibility as a speaker and whether or not your audience feels like they can trust you and trust the things that you're saying. And so I increased my speaker ethos by doing a lot of research. Like, I looked up a lot of different articles and I read them and I chose the ones that I felt were the most credible, the ones that had the most resources and other articles that agreed with what they were saying, and so that I can make sure that the information that I was giving my audience was accurate and true, and none of it was questionable. And so that made me feel more confident during my presentation, and I felt like the fact that I felt more confident made my audience feel more confident in me and in the information that I was giving them. So that was good. And I think that's another reason why I felt really good going into this presentation, because I felt like I knew what I was talking about and I was confident in the information that I had because I had done so much research. I knew that what I was saying was true. I didn't really have any problems with my PowerPoint. Everything worked good and it uploaded to D2L fine, so I don't really have any advice about that. I just tried to keep it very professional, and so it was kind of bland, which was kind of boring, so that's probably something that I can improve on next time, hopefully. Another thing that I did during my presentation is I considered my audience and I tried to simplify down the concept for them, because a lot of the reasons that fad diets are bad for us have to do with medical and biological reasons. And so because I'm a pre-med major, I understand what all the different organs do and I understand different biological pathways, which someone that is not a pre-med major or isn't interested in science might not understand. So I try to, as simple as possible, I try to explain exactly how the organs and the biological pathways work, and so they could understand exactly why fad diets are bad for us. And so that's just one way that I had to kind of dumb it down a little bit just so that everyone could understand it. The last thing that I was going to talk about is how I can improve my speech. I just think that the biggest improvement I can make is my presentation of the speech. I think it was just because I was sitting in my room talking to a computer that it felt super awkward, and just like this does kind of. And so I had to practice a lot just so I wouldn't feel so awkward doing it. But even listening back, I could still be like, oh, that sounds awkward. So I can definitely improve on that. Even though it did get better from the start, it still needs some improvement. That is it for my informative speech. And so I hope you get a chance to listen to it. And if you do, I hope you like it.